when we give it our all, good things happen. Those good things do not need to look like the way we think they should look in order for them to be good.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to We Lift Big. I am your host, Bria Gabor, personal trainer, video podcast personality, and award-winning performer. My mission is to educate, entertain, and enact a stronger, happier you. Because when we put in the work to achieve habits for lifelong health and self-love, we open ourselves to the amazing opportunities that come with a life well lived. New content coming out weekly, so I need you to get up, fasten your shoes, and lift big.
Good morning, everybody. So if you're listening to this right now, I am currently in Canada. Hello. Visiting relatives. There's a wedding that I'll be attending in a couple days for my cousin that I'm super excited about. And so I'm going to have to make this one a quickie, as most of them are, so I can go and spend some quality time with family. But the thing that I wanted to talk about today, and I think I'll call this a part one just because I can totally see myself wanting to break this down further down the road, is expectations. I finished reading the book Unfuck Yourself by Gary John Bishop. Guys, that book was a game changer for me. Holy cow. I'm probably going to be talking about it for a long time. But he talks about expectation, and it is the gap between expectation and reality in which we feel disappointment and we feel hurt and these other negative emotions. And that really struck a chord with me because I recently went through a massive transformation in my life where I realized that I had a crippling fear, literally crippling fear of disappointing people. And it came from feeling unworthy as myself. And I had this massive shift where I realized, and I preach this all the time now, worthiness is a state of being. And I am going to disappoint people in life. It's just going to happen. And how I choose to learn and grow from those moments is what truly matters. But the reality of it is we can't make everyone happy. We're going to hurt people sometimes, but so long as we gave it our best that it wasn't an intentional hurt, we need to continue to value ourselves as ourselves. We are no less because we can't make everyone happy. A huge lesson that I've been learning and just continue to learn. And the way this ties into expectation is that I held the expectation in my life that I needed to make everyone happy, that I needed to create this identity. And the crazy part is, guys, I didn't even know that I was doing it. I didn't know when I was being myself and when I was wearing this mask that is myself. But I held this expectation that I had to wear the mask at all times. And I had these expectations of myself that I had to be as close to perfection as possible and that I couldn't truly be myself because myself was a disappointment. This is definitely going to be a part one because I know I need to give a little bit of context as to where all this is coming from, but I unfortunately just don't have time right now. So part two coming soon. But I realized I had this massive expectation of myself to please, to be a people pleaser. I've always been a people pleaser in nature, but it was the pleasing in this sense was tied to this expectation that I need to be this best version of myself. And that was tied to this crippling fear of disappointing others. And I am so thankful to say that I have taken massive steps with forgiving myself and being okay with not making everyone happy, with disappointing people sometimes. I preach that worthiness is a state of being. And guys, I finally believe this for myself. And I know I have a ways to go, but I gotta give myself some credit for the milestones that I've reached over these past few weeks. Because again, I am worthy. I am worthy of celebrating myself because I know my intentions, I know my worth, I know that I want to continue to grow and I intend to continue to grow, and I am taking the steps in order to grow more. So again, let me repeat. Expectation is the gap between the way we want something to happen and the way that something happens, the way that things are. And what Gary John Bishop, I almost called him Gary V. What Gary John Bishop talks about, what he wants people to affirm, what he wants you to affirm, is to say, I give nothing to my expectations. So I let go of expectation and I accept everything. I accept what is. And what is can be beautiful, it can be ugly, it can be whatever. The way this works is we have goals. It is necessary to have goals. Goals are very important. Guys, when it comes to dreams and when it comes to big landmarks that we want to create in our life, you have to give it everything. But here's the thing. So you go for it, you give it everything you've got, and you have this idea of how it's going to play out. If it does not play out exactly the way that you wanted it to, accept that, because life isn't trying to match the way we think it should go. Life is life. It's doing its own thing, and it is so important for us to be okay with what is. I believe in law of attraction, and so I think that when you put good out into the world, good is going to come to you. If you do good in life, that good is never going to quite look like what we think it's going to look like. So here's the connection. I think I finally got this. So when we give it our all, good things happen. Those good things do not need to look like the way we think they should look in order for them to be good. We need to be open to good things happening in our life and seeing them as good, even if they don't line up with what we were expecting them to be. This is part 1. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm going to go enjoy some time with my relatives. I am just going to let loose, and you should too. I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.